Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today I'm answering your questions. And the questions today are all related to stem cell regeneration. The question submitted is, I recently had surgery to remove 3 neurological endocrine tumors. They were small. One was on the tail of my pancreas, the other 2 were on different lobes of my liver. My nutrition has always been important, but now it's imperative that I focus on stem cell regeneration. Do you have any suggestions on what to eat? First, we need to get a good set of labs that will tell us where the inflammation is and what your hormone levels are. That will tell us more specifically how to change the diet and what supplements we need to do. Now, diet is always based on the 3 principles. Eat organic, lots of fruits and vegetables, include onions, garlic, herbs, and lots of purified water. Add in that citrus drink that I showed you in that video about enjoying these citrus fruits, and also enjoy 1 cup of raw cruciferous every single day. Avoid dairy unless you know the farmer yourself. Avoid meat unless you know the farmer or you trust the company that you're buying from. Now, just make sure you get in good fruits and vegetables. Raw should be at least 50% of your diet every day. Mushrooms, onions, those foods, different herbs, turmeric, coumarin, all of these different herbs, basil, they all help to build new stem cells. And if we can get the stem cells working for us and we're reducing our stress level, because hormonal tumors are typically related to stress as well, then we have the recipe for amazing healing. I cannot seem to tolerate raw onions. Can cooked onions help with healing stem cells? Submitted by Nicole. Well, the beauty of God's design is that we have a multitude of foods that bring healing. Now, onions are in, and I may not say this right, but it's the Alliaceae family. So see if you can enjoy leeks or garlic or chives or shallots. And there are plenty of other foods that bring healing. So the key points here are to eat by the 3 principles, eat organic as much as possible, and include fasting 3 meals every week. So this brings us to a topic of fasting. And I talked about this just a little bit in the fasting course, more so on the recorded video than I did in the class. But this brings us to fasting and why I'm such a strong proponent of fasting. Every night when you fast, that's why one of the first steps of learning how to fast is to go 12 hours overnight. During that 12 hours, you improve and increase the number of stem cells that you have. If we keep eating, if we are up all night, let's say you have a stressful situation, you're at the hospital, a family member is sick, and everyone's a little bit uptight, then you're not going to get good sleep. You're not going to have a good cellular cleanse through the night, and you're not going to be, building and increasing your stem cells. They're going to be used up even more. But on a normal schedule, on a normal life plan, you would be sleeping overnight for at least around 8 hours, whatever your best sleeping time is. And if you can go a total of 12 hours overnight and teach your children to do the same, 12 hours of no eating, you are setting it up in your body to have healthier cells in general, but you're also starting into the phase of autophagy. And we've talked about this several times. Autophagy is death of bad and old used cells and using old cells for energy. So autophagy, though, is most intensive. It's doing its highest level of work when you're fasting, which is why, eating, before I went to bed was common as a teenager. But now that I understand the value of not eating, then it just makes it more enjoyable to not eat, and kind of encouraging to myself is like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to bless my body and not eat, overnight for 12 hours. And so just being in tune to those hours and keeping track of them. Once you get into habit, it's pretty easy. So autophagy is most intensive when you're fasting. It stimulates the replacement of old used up cells. All right. And so what it also does, it stimulates stem cell production. And so your new cells, we all know that, we might have ran faster or jumped higher when we were 30 than we did when we were 40. Not necessarily. Some of you might have gone into a nice workout and it's like, wow, I'm faster now than I was. But in general, people are, jump higher, run faster in their 30s than they do their 50s. So, but think about this. If you could replace some of the cells in your body with younger cells, they're going to be able to work harder and keep you younger longer. That's the value of stem cells. And fasting makes the cells more dependent on using fat for energy and not sugar. That's another value of going into the state of autophagy to build new stem cells. A short fast from 12 to 15 hours, that starts that autophagy clock. And autophagy is where our body starts to get rid of bad and used up cells, kind of gobbles them up and replaces them. Now the stem cells are going to come in and produce better cells, newer cells, young cells. And so you have a younger, youthful look, a younger, youthful feel. And if you do this consistently, you'll have deeper and deeper and deeper healing throughout your body, because stem cells, okay, well, we replaced those last time. This time we're going to go even deeper and help her replace those cells. And that's the way it works. Well, thanks for letting me share with you God's recipe for excellent health. And that always includes the number one ingredient, which is God loves you. He loves you with an amazing, everlasting love. And He desires to have a personal relationship with you. And He is the one true God, the living God. And He loves you. Thanks for watching.